friends, it's time for a new chapter. It's time for a new adventure. I'm doing another stay, an extended stay. Ooh, it's tough to ride and talk. What elevation are we at? I'm doing a residency in the Shenandoah Valley, Virginia. I'm staying here for a few weeks, and I'm gonna try to get as many rides in as I possibly can. You may have heard of Stokesville, Massanutten, Bryce. There's a whole hodgepodge, potpourri, cornucopia of trails out here. And when I was doing my research, it just looked like there's a lot of good stuff. So it was worth staying here for a little longer. Today's ride is what I call a Trail Fork special. I've been researching and looking at trails, and this trail, Chimney Hollow, stood out to me. There are a lot of like 3,000 foot descents, 2,000 foot descents out here in this valley, and that's what I'm looking for. So today I'm gonna do a 2,000 foot climb, then I'm gonna do a 1,200 foot descent off the backside. I'm gonna climb back up and I'm gonna descend this. So it's an out and back ride with a big climb, medium descent, medium climb, big descent. Does that make sense? And I'm putting my gloves on ASAP because it is a little chilly right now. I already like the look of this. Trail surface looks beautiful. It's been a little while since I've done a solo ride where I can get out and think and just be immersed here in nature. So this is Western Virginia, very close to West Virginia. The border is this massive cell phone dark area. If you look at the Verizon coverage map, there's a spot, there's a hole the size of New Jersey in West Virginia and Virginia where there is no cell signal. Rugged mountains and not a lot of people. So not a lot of incentive to build cell towers. And I think there's also some kind of space research facility that they want to keep as few signals in the area as possible to have possibly the clearest signal into space. I'm pretty much an astronaut, so you know, take my word for it. These solo rides are great for getting me to talk myself into some off the top of my head facts that are totally wrong. The Shenandoah Valley Bicycle Coalition is the main mountain bike club out here. Clearing the trails, getting people organized. That's the great thing about an out and back ride. You get to see what's happening. Clear off the trail, make note. There's something so fun and adventurous about looking at a map and finding a route and rolling the dice. So many of my favorite rides were found that way. It seems pretty impossible that I could have this YouTube channel and have people emailing me suggested rides all the time and then still find plenty of stuff that nobody's talking about. And it's not like I'm looking at old Forest Service maps and finding routes. These are still on MTV Project. They're still on Trail Forks. It's just you're taking a gamble when nobody's really talking about it. There's no reviews. You just look at the profile and it's like, that looks like a fun profile. Straight up climb, straight down descent. Whenever I hang out with Seth from Burn Peak, he always laughs and talks about when I first started my channel and we first started hanging out, how unsustainable this idea of riding the best trails in the world would be. Just going out, traveling, trying to find new stuff. He thought I would run out of ideas and run out of places to ride pretty quickly. But we're 5 years in, still finding new stuff. Oh, this is gonna be a weird, nasty thing. Nice, getting into a rocky section. Is this where the snakes hang out on a sunny day? Hey, the first switchback. Couldn't make it. This is gonna pop up out of nowhere. Oh no. some more treacherous stuff. My heart rate has not cleared. Ooh. Okay, we're walking. Nothing like a sunrise ride. Get started nice and early, plenty of time. Don't have to worry about the sunset going down on you. Just got to get up early. Not the easiest thing. One switchback so far. Pretty funny. Into the sunshine. Crawford Mountain Trail. Okay, I think I've done my 2,000 feet of climbing. Not bad at all, especially in the cool morning air. Got a flat-ish ridgeline traverse here, and the second it starts pointing down, I'm gonna take a little snack break, regroup, put the knee pads on, then head off the backside here. Oh, it's cold. Oh my. Should have brought the goggles. Keep the eyes warm. Oh baby, that's a Glamour Shot right there. Ripmo riding good. I do need to replace all the spokes on the back wheel. A couple people told me that if you blow one spoke and then you blow another, it's best to just replace them all. Definitely time for a fork service as well. It's been a while. I've also got to turn my quick release so it's pointing up instead of pointing down. Everybody's getting triggered by that in the comments. Harrisonburg has a Costco, so the Aussie bites are back in rotation. Along with the protein drinks, I was missing out on a few things that Walmart doesn't have in Bentonville. It took me about an hour and 5 minutes to get up here. All right, hold on. Looks like it's gonna take me about 3 minutes to get down. I think knuckle guards on the handlebars would be a pretty good idea for this trip. You just kind of sense where the trail is. That doesn't always work. Now you can see its true colors, that it's really just a double track road. I was swindled. I guess I shouldn't even finish the descent actually. Why bother? All right, it was worth the investigation. I probably already lost all the elevation. So there's a different way to do this ride. If you get dropped off, I believe you can shuttle up to Elliott Knob, which is another 2,000 foot descent. Heading that way, you come down Elliott Knob, then you climb up this 1,200 feet, then you do the 2,000 foot on Chimney Hollow descent. I don't have a shuttle driver at the moment, so that wasn't gonna happen today, but that seems like a really epic way to do this. Oh boy, that got me a bit of hike-a-bike ahead of me. Okay, back on the ridge now. So I'll have some of these down thingies with some up thingies before I get back to Chimney Hollow. Wow, this really shows that, you know, the map is not the terrain. You look at something that's like, oh wow, 1,200 foot descent. That looks like it's gonna be pretty fun. But you go straight down it, you're done in 2 seconds. And then you come back up and it's like, yeah, I don't remember any of this. It was just over so fast. Versus a trail that swoops and whoops and takes you on a ride, gives you something to be active about. It was a road. It was never meant to be like a fun trail, but the numbers do lie sometimes. It's pretty heavily wooded out here, so there's no good clearings for views, but this is the closest thing we got. Can you actually see anything? It's pretty nice. First tick of the trip. I need to go pick up some permethrin spray it all over my clothes and my bag and my shoes and stuff. Man, that detour really added on some some time, some pain, but it's good because I think otherwise this is pretty much a 1 hour climb and probably a 10-minute descent. So it's good to add in a little extra. Here's the sign. Okay. Chimney. Whoa. Oh man, my vision is blurry. How bouncy it is. That doesn't happen very often. Woo, 4 inches of trail. 4 inches across and 2,000 feet down. Woo. There's the switchback. That came up pretty quickly. This is gonna be over real quick. Gotta stay in the bushes or you're gonna fall off the hill. Frame clanger. There's the other turn. Whoa. Oh, that came up real quick. I forgot about it. I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go right over here. But coming up at that speed, wow. No time to react. That's funky. Whoa! Wow, that almost took me for a ride. Don't know how I saved it. Woo. Whoa! Yeah. Did I say 10-minute descent? I may have meant 4-minute descent. This is gonna be over quick. Yeah. This reminds me so much of the big European shuttle trips I do, where this would be the first run of the day and you do like 4 things like this for 6 days straight. Oh man, if you got to know every turn out here, you'd be getting pretty fast. Oh, full concentration. Any little wiggle, so scary. At least it's not a big cliff anymore. Wow. And that was pretty much it. A little bit here. So cool. That kind of stuff is just it does make it more fulfilling when you climb up it instead of getting the shuttle run, but shuttle runs are so nice too. You could do it twice. A brake burning backcountry blast. Man, when you're firing that much information at your brain, the meat computer is doing a lot of work. I'm not sure how much longer this video is going to be on Patreon, but if you're ever interested in seeing longer videos from this channel, check out my Patreon page. $3 a month, you support the channel ridiculously, like that's the best support you could ever give. And in exchange for that support, I'll give you these videos about a week early. Usually there's an extended cut that's about 45 minutes long compared to the YouTube cut that's like 15 minutes long. I've also got a podcast I do once a month, Ask Me Anything, and you'll be the first to know when I'm doing anything exciting, new group trips or t-shirts or anything that's newsworthy. I share first with my Patreon folks. In a world that won't stop asking for a recurring subscription, I think I'm delivering pretty good value. So that was totally worth the adventure. That was well worth exploring, getting into some weird stuff that was kind of funky, but that was cool. So it's not really a full-on ride if you just go up Chimney Hollow and back down, but there's some other trails over on this side of the road. You could connect those, or you can make this part of a bigger day, or if you only had an hour or an hour and a half or something to ride, you just sneak out here and do that real quick. Super fun, super fast, pretty sweet. Just wish there was a little bit more. Trying to get my bike clean enough to take it into the bike shop to not be totally embarrassed. And I just realized this tire, I put it on backwards. I was in such a hurry at the Redemption Enduro, I didn't even think about the actual direction the tire's supposed to go. I'll be twice as fast when I get this going the right way. Just dropped off the bike at Bluestone Bike and Run, met a couple guys at the shop. Perhaps I'll get out on a couple rides with them. They were telling me about stuff that is legal but off the map, and that's the kind of stuff I would love to do, find some new adventures, and there's plenty more to come. I'm gonna get out on some good adventures out here. Do me a favor, go ride something new, and maybe I'll see you on the trail.